So this is an interesting one, and I will never stop talking about it. So I live in northern Connecticut, and I am an Uber driver. When COVID started, I stopped giving rides to people, but I still do food delivery. But anyways, this was a day that I was doing rides, and I was picking up this one guy at a restaurant, and he was getting into my car, and I was like, why does this guy look familiar? So, basically this guy had mentioned that he was doing a comedy show at the local comedy club. He was basically talking about that, and, I was like, oh, this guy looks familiar, why does he look familiar? He was very nice. I had a good conversation with him, and, I just kept reverting to the fact that this guy looked familiar and I couldn't place him. So basically he was telling me, oh, I'm doing a comedy show. Like, are you gonna go? I didn't have tickets or anything, so, I said no, but I was curious because there's celebrities that come to comedy clubs to perform. So, after the ride, I did some research, and I found out who it was. And this is a guy that was on The Office. He was on The Goldbergs. He's done, a few movies. Probably more than a few. So a celebrity was sitting in my car, and it was David Koechner, if that's how you say his name. I apologize if I'm not saying it properly. A celebrity was sitting in my car, and I was his Uber driver. So, that weekend, I think it was a Friday, that weekend he was performing at the local comedy club. So I was like, wow, a celebrity was sitting in my car. So anyways, like I said, he was very nice. I had a good conversation with him. Unfortunately, didn't get a photo or autograph at the time because at the time, during the ride, I didn't know who I was dealing with, but I should have known because I watched the Goldbergs, I've watched The Office, so anybody that will listen, I tell them he was in my car and I was his Uber driver. He was, very humble. He was very, he's a good-looking guy and everything. So, yeah, that's my story, and it's pretty great. I think that's very cool.